Hi, welcome back. In the last video, we have seen both the parent workflow and its child workflow in detail. In this video, we're going to see how to maneuver those workflows in order to produce the best outcome. So let's begin. As you can see, I have the parent workflow open right here. In order to launch it, we're going to click on the action button and select Launch Now. Remember the second note after Select Project in the parent workflow? That's where we are right now, Import Entity Data, since we had already selected the project in the previous video. If you need help remembering it, pause this video and go check that out, and then come back again. But just to give you a visual, I'm going to click on Flowchart Sample, and this is where we are. As you can see on the left-hand side, these color-coded legends indicate the progress level of the workflow. So since we're done with selecting project, that's why it's marked in green, to indicate that the node is complete. Similarly, since we are at the Import Entity Data node now, and we haven't finished the work for it, it's marked in orange, to indicate pending status. Now let's go back inside the node. This project is preloaded with some data, but I'm still going to show you how to import entities and replace these. To do that, we click on the action button and choose Import Entities. I have an Excel sheet ready with dummy data on the 3 countries I talked about, so I'm going to go ahead and upload that. Since I want to replace the data that's preloaded here, I'm going to check this box. Click Next, and then Done. And now our entities are ready. See this checklist right here? We need to clear all these boxes before we can move forward to the next node. So once that's done, we click on Save and then mark as complete. And thus we arrive at the Wait node. As you can see, each one of these is a child workflow template, part 2 of 2, for respective country managers to complete. We click on one to check out how it's done. And then you can see the Generate Slides by Applying filter is already completed. We click on Resume Workflow, and arrive at the Entity Designer node, where we can format the slides that are auto-generated using these tools. Like before, we cross off the checklist, hit Save, and then mark as complete. This brings us to the Review node. As you might have noticed, the reviewer does not have access to the toolbar like an editor does. This is because a reviewer only has the option to comment and send back the slides to the editor if corrections are needed. By now you know the drill. Cross out the checklist, hit Save, and mark as complete. Corrections are needed. I'm going to save myself some effort and say no. Click Mark as complete. And the E.A.T workflow has been successfully completed, at least the child workflow. Now I'm going to go off screen and complete the other 2 child workflows. So be right back. And I'm back. And I want to show you something real quick. If you click on Grid View from the top row here, It takes us to this grid where we can see the status of both the parent and the child workflow. Clicking on this will redirect us back to the child workflows. And if we click here, it'll take us back to the parent workflow. Now, since that's out of the way and the child workflows are also complete, let's resume the parent workflow. The Entity Designer node is the same as before, so I'm skipping ahead to the Create Report node. Here we have to click on Actions, then the Create Report button, giving it a title, Sample Report. And from the actions, I'm going to click on Use Current Task. Once this signal comes up, you can check off the checklist again. Hit Save. And then mark as complete. This brings us to the Select Entity Chart Slides node, where we have to create a custom slide group. So for that, we're going to click on Actions. I'm going to go ahead and call this Sample Filter. Hit Done. Then click on Actions again. Use Current Filter. And one more time to attach to report. Now this pop-up dialog box indicates that the attachment is ready. So here we hit Done. Then clear off the checklist. Hit Save. And mark as complete. Now we're at the Share Report node. Clicking on this participant's icon will allow us to choose people we want to share the report with. Here we click on Add People, select our participant, click Done. Go to Actions, Send Notification. Click on Send Notification Now. Select the participants. Send email notification. Hit Done. Save. Mark is complete. Do you want to create another report? I'm going to say no. Done. Mark is complete. So that's it. This finally wraps up our entire entity charting workflow. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope you find this tool as useful as it's meant to be. Till next time.